Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to our channel once again. On today's video, we're going to talk about the top 10 most affordable but good places in Florida for 2022. If you're thinking about the beautiful state of Florida, you want something affordable, but you don't want to end up in the hood. Unfortunately, the more affordable a place is, the crappier it gets. With the current real estate market, even horrible places are expensive right now. Therefore, finding something that's good and affordable is almost impossible. So relative to the word affordable and not as bad as it gets, somewhere where you can live within your means as much as possible. Today's housing situation is horrendous for people in the United States, with incomes not adding up to the cost of living, but within reason. I'm going to give you guys 10 places you can move to. Number 10 is Lehigh Acres. Now, hold on, Jose. You've been talking so bad about Lehigh Acres. You said it was a hood. Yes, there's some parts of Lehigh that really suck, but there are good parts as well. And I drew up a map for you guys to show you what part of Lehigh you can actually move into. I ended up in Lehigh Acres. I wanted to be in Naples or Fort Myers, but there was just nothing available. So I ended up knee-high in the Lehigh. There is a notorious part of Lehigh, which is the yellow triangle. That's called the Triangle. You do not want to end up in there. That's definitely the hood. Even though it has pretty high real estate prices because it's closer to Interstate 75, trust me, you do not want to end up in the yellow triangle. All the other areas in yellow, I recommend less. The areas in purple are a little bit better. You can see around Buckingham. That's actually probably one of the best parts of Lehigh. Anything adjacent to Buckingham is pretty good. The most northwest corner of Lehigh, that last section up there, is amazing. It's almost part of Buckingham. In fact, the Buckingham Christmas Parade actually starts there. So even though it's technically part of Lehigh, it's kind of considered Buckingham. One of the worst things about living in Lehigh is that the vast majority of people don't have city sewage. They have septic tanks and they're on well water. However, right in the center of Lehigh is an older neighborhood. It has both city and sewage, so you can have those services to your home, but you need to watch out for areas that have had recent break-ins. You can find out information from the sheriff's office. If you hear music playing, get used to it. It's non-stop. You can find a really nice quiet corner in Lehigh. If you don't have to commute into Naples, Lehigh is an okay place to live. That commute into Naples is horrible. Number 9 is Pine Island, located outside of Cape Coral. This place is mostly zoned for agriculture and it has no real beaches. Pine Island is a really affordable place with the massive inconvenience of how far it is to get to Naples or Fort Myers or any other area that's a little bit more civilized. Therefore, you can actually live on an island in Florida affordably. On the north side of the island, you have the beautiful fishing village of Ocala. On the southern end, you have St. James, and in the center, you have Pine Island Center. I think now they have a Publix and a Winn-Dixie and a gas station, a few basic things. But anything more than that is going to drive you right across Cape Coral to get to the rest of Southwest Florida, where traffic can be pretty bad. Sometimes you can find a mobile home where you actually own the land, needs a little bit of work, for around $110,000. That's very affordable, especially for Southwest Florida. If you have sensibility to allergies, the red tide has been really bad in this area. And also, again, that commute into Southwest Florida is horrible. So this is more of a great location if you're kind of working from home or you don't have too many responsibilities. If you have a lot of free time, this could be a really great affordable place to retire, especially if you're only doing it part-time. Nearby is also the tourist attraction of Matlacha. This area has a lot of great things going for it, and the little inconveniences here and there drive the price down. Another factor, there's only one way in, one way out. All these little things add to it being more affordable. If you love tropical nurseries and plants, this will be paradise for you. The island is home to tropical nurseries ranging from lychee to mango to other rare tropical fruits. With many mobile home parks, there's a lot of room for affordability. Number 8 on the list is the state capital of Tallahassee. Yes, in fact, the state's capital is one of the most affordable cities in the state of Florida. It is a young city with lots of restaurants. It's very diverse. It's very welcoming. There's a lot of stuff for young people to do, but it's mostly a place for young people to come in and out on a constant rotation. You can get a home here for under $200,000. That's very decent. Some of the downsides about living in Tallahassee is that it's a city with a constantly rotating population. People come here to study. There's no real beaches directly in Tallahassee. You got a good drive to get to Miramar Beach or somewhere else along the coast. So why is Tallahassee so much more affordable? For one, it's not the tropical paradise of South Florida. The climate here is a little bit cooler. There aren't those white sandy beaches you have in other parts of Florida. And it's definitely not a settled down type of place. It's a place you move to temporarily, and that constant rotation of people drives the rental properties down. It drives the residential properties down because nobody's actually moving here long term. And that makes it more affordable. Now, there are parts on the north side of Interstate 10 that are a little bit more quiet, more rural, and you can get some incredible deals in Tallahassee. The city doesn't have a South Florida feel. It's kind of more part of the Deep South than in other parts of Florida, so it may not be that Florida you're thinking about in your head. Number 7 is Citrus County. Yes, the entire county has a lot of affordable areas. Inverness, Crystal River, Lecanto. There's so many different affordable places. Maybe some place around Hernando. The county has hit or miss. Citrus Springs is an area that's kind of neutral in the middle. You also have South Denellen. There's so many places in Citrus County. You just start looking around. There are bad spots to avoid, but you're going to have to hit the ground and see what the neighborhood looks like. You can definitely find a good deal in Citrus County. What makes this area more affordable is that you don't have beaches in this part of Florida, but you do have a lot of natural springs, which are just as beautiful as any beach. The addiction and vagrancy is not as bad as in Pinella or Pasco County, but this region of Florida does have that problem going on. You have to make sure that none of the neighbors are kind of living that lifestyle because that can really mess up your life. But if you can find a quiet place, mostly elderly retired people on the street, you should be good to go here. It is not as urbanized as other parts of Florida. You have kind of loose cities here and there. So if you don't want to live in an area that's too dense, too packed, too many people, too overcrowded, you might find the perfect balance in Citrus County. For younger people, other than healthcare, there really aren't that many industries here that are incredible. So if you need to have a good source of income, this could be a tough place to make it. On the other hand, if you're looking to retire affordably, it's a great option. Number 6 is the Ocala area. Definitely not a fancy place. It is located in north central Florida, and it has become the go-to place for people from Florida itself looking for affordability, with many people leaving South Florida and even parts of Central Florida are ending up in Ocala because of its affordability. Is it an incredible place? It's not. Is it the best place in Florida? Probably not. Do they have beaches? Probably not. But they do have natural springs, rivers, and lots of natural things to do. Of course, you know about the beautiful horse country. Many people like the rural area in western Marion County. There's places like Romeo if you want to be out in the middle of nowhere. Marion Oaks is just to the south of Ocala, and it is a fast-growing area. You don't want to end up in the wrong area. If you come from up north, they'll bury you. If you mess with me, I wouldn't dare you. I live in neighborhoods that'll scare you, so please stop with the hysteria. Not sure why I started the rhyme for. Number 5, that's pace. I'm going to start off at this food store. I got a Starbucks right next to a jewelry store in the north corner of Florida by the Panhandle, in case the prices in South Florida are something you can't handle. If you're looking for a place that statistically has some of the best incomes in the entire state of Florida, yet still has affordability, hey, right outside of Pensacola, you down there, get that fishing pier down there with a fishing pole down there. Tell you what, get them oak tree down there, you up down there. Can't go wrong with that down there. Good, affordable, good job down there. Get boat down there, pretty good job down there, make good money. Then Navarre Beach ain't too far away down there. They ain't too far from that Bama down there. You go down here in Beach Town, good old Beach Town down there. I tell you what, ain't no beat, that water dang so dang clear, you can see your mama in it. It is a place where you can start your own business and enjoy the coast of Florida. Like the fine gentleman before me mentioned, Navarre Beach, with its majestic fishing pier, is only a stroll away. The best of both worlds are in your doorstep. Clear waters of the Gulf Coast and free from the congestion and overcrowded of other regions of the state. You can find affordable real estate in a quiet region of the state. Number 4. is Northport, Florida. Recently, the world, according to Briggs, rated it as the first and best place to live in Florida for affordability. Of course, he doesn't even live in Florida. How would he even know? It's certainly quiet enough for me, although some folks would recall it's a boring place with very little activities for those of meager aging. Therefore, if you're an advanced age and you want to dry age yourself properly in Florida, this is a place you should definitely consider. There's a Colombian restaurant by the name of Rico if you're willing to mingle with folks of other nationalities. I certainly won't. Whoever's narrating this video, can we please move on to something more decent? I certainly won't step foot outside of Lakewood Ranch to live in this place. I think the gentleman that mows my lawn might live in Northport. These bougainvilleas are looking like ludicrous before he got his fade. Perhaps I could give him a ring about it. Mr. Billy, I've noticed my bougainvilleas are looking... Man, you get down there and mow that thing yourself. Call me about here on a Sunday talking about big bougainvillea. That bougainvillea gonna be up your... I get down there, one more, you gonna pay me that dang bad check down there. One more, tell you what, man. You're lucky my Silverado's got a blown head gasket. I run down there right now and put that boot down there.
Hey everyone, it's Katie. I'm going to take over for a little bit because Jose's apparently lost his mind. I love the area of South Fort Myers. I think it's a great area for families. I went to Cypress Lake High School, and the school was really great. It had a really good special education program, and the classes that I took. The school has great teachers, at least when I went years ago. The teachers really care about the students. When I went, it's great. There's a lot of things to do. Great parks in the area. Just an area where you would like to have your family with everything close by. In this area, you can rent an apartment with a lake view for about $1,400. You're close to the Bell Tower. You're close to Edison Mall. And you are close to Fort Myers Beach, where there's nice restaurants and also the beach access with the pier. So it's a great little area to be in. You're within range of everything that you would want for as far as entertainment and otherwise.
Number 2 is Port Labelle, located outside of Labelle, Florida. This is a sparsely populated area that is growing fastly with more empty lots than homes actually built. But the town of Labelle is a historic little town that has lots of little restaurants, great activities. It's a great community. It's a little bit less chaotic than the rest of Southwest Florida, and it sits in Henry County, which has a large Hispanic population. The area really is nice and quiet. Port Labelle is a safe place. Unlike Lehigh Acres, where there's a lot of concerns with crime, Port Labelle seems to be, at least for now, on the safer side. A lot of people are moving to this area and buying new homes. Empty lot prices have increased here dramatically in the last few years, but the area has really grown dramatically in a very short period of time, and great people from all over are starting to move here. So it looks like a great place to live if you want to be on the far outskirts of the Southwest Florida area. The city of Labelle itself has a Walmart Supercenter, a Winn-Dixie, and lots of small little restaurants. Occasionally, you will see crime within the city of Labelle, but once you get out to Port Labelle, it's a little bit quieter. It's a good life out there. It's less hectic than other places in Southwest Florida, and one of the downsides being that it's so far out if you have to commute into Fort Myers or Naples for work. Number 1 is Fort Myers Shores. Now, many years ago, this was a bad area you didn't want to be in, but over the years, it's gotten a lot better. It's along Highway 80 just to the east of Fort Myers. This exit usually doesn't have a lot of traffic. If you have a family, I'll make a recommendation to go to the Lee County Sheriff's Office and look at where the registered offenders live, because there are a few registered people living in this community. But if you don't have kids, those perverts are not looking for you. Real estate prices here are still really affordable. Now, the ones that are way in the back towards the river and have water access, those are downright luxury properties, but you go a few blocks in, especially along Highway 80, and the prices drop considerably. It is a small area and real estate here doesn't come up too often, so it's really a deal of opportunity to get into this community that at the end of the day isn't all that great, but considering the cost of it and the location, the fact you don't have to deal with traffic, it has a lot of good stuff going for it, despite the fact it does have a few bad things going on. If you're not too picky and you're looking for a deal in Southwest Florida, Fort Myers Shores could be your ticket to enter a market that every day is more outrageous and expensive. So there it is. I hope that my video can help you looking for affordable housing to find a place where you can be happy. If you could please return the favor by subscribing. I don't like to say that word too much on my channel, but please subscribe if you haven't done so. And if you really feel that our work has touched your life, you can also make a donation to our channel on the main page.